All right, all right, all right. What is up, cryptomers, crypto maniacs, traders, leverage monkeys, all you wonderful folk? I think I have an average of about 1 or 2 viewers per video, and one of those viewers is always my wife. So, thank you, my dear, for watching. If anyone out there actually watches this, my name is Shane. This is Farmer Traders, and I am learning how to read charts and make trades. Specifically, I'm looking a lot at Bitcoin these days. I got into the Bitcoin market in January of this year, and the first time looking at a candlestick chart was in January of this year. I've learned a lot, and I still have a lot to learn. I've lost a not unsubstantial amount of money, but and I am currently in the red. So if you follow me, this is not financial advice, and you will probably get wrecked if you copy me. But nonetheless, I'm learning, I'm trying, and I'm trying to showcase what I'm learning as I'm learning it, so that hopefully I can at least myself get better by teaching others and talking about what I've learned, and maybe even help other people learn along the way with me. And I'm trying to get better at speaking, sharing, not saying all the time. So yeah, it's really hard not to say when you're thinking about it. You really want to say but you don't know what to say. But we're here. We're looking at Bitcoin right now. Last I showed everyone, I believe, was last Thursday. Said that would have been the 22nd. I was going long on the 22nd. I told everyone that after this breakout right here on the 22nd of July, or the 23rd, when would that have been? Would have been, the 22nd. So, 22nd, we had this breakout of a descending trend line, something like this. I want to say it touched. I know it touched this line. It was something I was looking at, but yeah. Anyway, we had this breakout. Yeah, it was like that was like the retest right here. It was like this little breakout retest on the 12-hour, and I saw Brandon from Crypto Trades and Tech posted this potential setup, or at least he just posted this downward sloping trend line. He's not a trade alert service or anything like that, but it was just he just posted what he saw, and I said, that looks like I could take a long entry there. I think I might do it. I think I might just go for it. So I set up my risk. I set my stop loss. I think that my trade, I was trading with $1,000 on 6x leverage. My stop loss would have lost me $100 had it been triggered. And then I let it go. And 3 days later, I took profits somewhere in this area. It was a $350 profit, about 6% profit. With 6x leverage. So yeah, that was one of my first very successful trades. Very, very small account size. I didn't win a lot of money, but I think that my gain was something like 30%, something like that. I was very proud of that, very happy. And I got out early too. I got out about here. That's where it was, around 36,000. The trade would have kept running, and I could have still been in it to this day, and I would be gaining even more. So I got out too early. I got out early because on KuCoin, I wanted to set a sell order to take partial profits, but I couldn't figure out how to do that on KuCoin. I researched a bunch. I don't think it's possible, at least when you're trading KuCoin futures, which is what I was trading on. If you close your position, you have to close all of it. There's no partial position closes. So I closed it all about 36,000, and I dealt with it. I made my profits, and more importantly than anything, I wasn't even trying to make any money really. I was just trying to get exposure, just having good stop losses, and my position size was much too large per any reasonable amount of risk. I think I risked I was risking 10% of my account, which is outrageous, but it was an account of only $1,000, which compared to my overall net worth in positions, that's pretty minuscule. If I would have lost $100, I would have been fine. So it is what it is. Do not size your accounts at 10% risk, though. I would never ever recommend that at all. But in this case, I took an exception because I had such a small account, and the loss that I would have had to endure would have been minuscule. I could have replenished that account very easily. So yeah, it ended up working out. Bagged about $350, and now I'm waiting for a new setup on Bitcoin. So as far as where we're at in this potential price recovery, and I say potential because it is not, nothing is guaranteed here. A lot of people all over Twitter are freaking out and being very just overly bullish, I'd say, and a little aggressive towards people who are bearish. People are the whole Bitcoin cult is losing their minds on Twitter right now. The Bitcoin religion, some people would say. I don't really care for any of that. Some of the memes are funny, but I'm mainly just concerned with what price is doing. And I mean, to be honest with you, I'm personally not even super invested in any of the technology or anything. I do believe that DeFi is, I don't believe anything, but DeFi and cryptocurrencies sound on paper like a very good alternative to traditional finance, which is wrought with just a lot of issues and problems, and the central banking system, from what I understand, is very inefficient, and it promotes a lot of injustice in the world, and it's just screwing over the common people. So I don't know much about that. That's just I'm not trying to be a sophist here and spout off a bunch of philosophy and things. I don't know much about it, but I have the inkling and the trust in the other people that I follow that the central banks are screwing us over, and from what I understand, cryptocurrency might be a viable alternative, but I'm not here to talk about that. That's just letting people know what I know and where I stand. I'm trying to make money right now. My main goal right now in trading and investing is to achieve financial independence and to be able to learn enough about trading and investing such that I can be self-sufficient completely. This channel is called Farmer Traders because that is what I plan to be, is a farmer and a trader. When I be a farmer, I mean self-sufficient homestead type farmer where my wife and I grow all our own food. We're not there yet, but that is the goal, is for us to be completely self-sufficient both in earning our own money and in growing all of our own nutrition and being responsible and able to be completely self-sufficient in that way. So, with that in mind, I'm looking at trying to make more money on Bitcoin right now. More importantly, trying to learn skills for trading. And in the short term, while I do that, if I can make money and not lose money on trading Bitcoin, then that's what I'm going to do. So we closed the 7th daily bullish candle in a row after this initial reversal down here. That is an excellent sign. For the bulls, that is, the only other time that we or the last time we had 7 daily green or up candles in a row was back here around March, and we've never had, as far as I can tell, in the recent past year, we haven't had any 8 or 9 or more green candles in a row or up candles. My candles are blue, obviously, but I call them green candles. I can't see any time we've had more than 7. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here in March. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 there in January. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, look at that. Never mind. There's 8. 8 were in December. Some of them were pretty small though. That one's a doji, not much of a green candle. Or, I'm sorry. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, there's 8. So never mind. There's 8 here. But yeah, needless to say, this is pretty rare to get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is quite bullish, I would say. It's just nothing but a good sign. I mean, just look at that. Look at that just V almost, like, or at least the right side of a V. There's some aggressive momentum out here. I have the RSI pulled up showing, we broke out of this downward trend that we've been in since January. And the RSI broke out of it with a vengeance, and just we're bouncing now off of the 70% RSI. I wonder if we, retest that again and break out even further, maybe getting all the way up to, 90 again, like we were back here in January. I'd say we probably get up to this level around the time that we hit the blow off top. Now that I know a little bit more about RSI, I'll be keeping an eye on this. Yeah, so, wow, I mean, just look at that aggressive price action. Kind of concerns me a little bit, a little too aggressive. You tend to get exhaustion when you move this fast. And, with that in mind, I am expecting a pullback. Gosh, potential entries. I'm afraid to take an entry right now because we've rushed out here so hard. We've had so much fake outs and bull traps on the way, in this range. I thought, I think everyone thought that when we were in this, this swing right here, we were, oh yeah, we're getting back, baby. We're climbed up to almost 41,000. I thought for sure that was it. I was like, yes, we're out. We were out of the range, and then bam, we had the lowest low that we've had since the crash. After that, immediately reversed into that lowest low. What if we make a lower high here? What if that happens? That could happen. We could make a lower high, even lower. We still haven't cleared that high back there in June. The bearish case is always possible. And if we do reject this 40,000 level, if we reject and reject hard, there's going to be some support now that we formed. This downward sloping line should form support. 30,000's always been support up to this point, and we would have some support on the way down most likely, but with the lower high, yeah, the going all the way down, what we're looking at before, back to 24,000 and lower is not off the table yet. I would say we're not going to be far away from that possibility until we get above 40,000, 41,000, well above it, and back up above this trend line, as CTM calls this the most important trend line in crypto. But not until we are well above that and bounced off of it will I be considering us in the clear. So that in mind, a potential entry, I could see, this looks to me like a nice little pullback to potentially enter on with the bullish, green close finally above 39,000. We peaked out of it 2 days ago, and then came back down, and then now we closed above this. That is now, really that's going to help to confirm 39,000 as support. So that could be, if you zoom into like the 8 hour, that could make 39,000 a great place to put a stop loss now. If you were trying to go long Bitcoin, not financial advice, but yes, this could be a potential good entry. Hell, I might do it. I might just use a very small, actually use a 1% risk this time and just give her a shot, give it a go, because we have closed bullish now. My main concern is you got resistance immediately above that. So if you were to enter here and set your stop loss, the low, below the swing low. Let's think about this. You have closed above here on the daily. You closed above 39,000, but you still need to make a higher high because you have had a high go up to 40,500. So it's a tough one for me, being what I'm trying to be, a swing trader. I like to see a bit stronger momentum. I don't, it would just be a gamble. It's not really the best setup right now for me. I might just YOLO it and try it out, very, very small position, and see, just to get more exposure to trades and learn. Very small position, risking 1% of 1,000, like risking like $10 or something like that. Nothing, but just for practice. Yeah, you could go long. Potentially, let's put it in there. Let's calculate a long. If you were to enter, let's see. Yeah, this is holding. This is holding a support, 39,000. Being really conservative, I think you could set your stop loss. Just being really, really hyper careful. Definitely, obviously lower than this support, but how much lower? You could go as low as this swing low here, down here. That would be the extremely unlikely. If price breaks below this point, then you are dead wrong. Absolutely dead wrong. That is going to, you've broken out of this trend line. It's not to say that price action is not bullish. However, you're betting on basically this really, really aggressive trend line to hold, which it very well may not hold. So yeah, if you set your stop loss down here, then that means that you've broken out of this trend line and you're probably coming in for a retest, perhaps as low as 32. We've not really had a clear retest of this trend line, so you could have a, breakdown, then a retest of this, then a resumption up. Would still be quite bullish and very possible. I think more likely than anything, you'll at least have a retest of this trend line. I mean, right now we're following an even steeper trend line out of here to the top. So, I don't know. It's a tough call. If you really want to go long, I don't know how to do it safely. I really don't know how to do it safely. But, yeah, that would be, goodness, a 7% stop loss. That is way too low. I think if I were to do this, I would attempt something much tighter. No lower than the current swing low. Maybe the previous swing low. That's still a 5%. Goodness. Yeah, this doesn't look good to me. It does not look good to me. Switching to the 12-hour. Yeah, I would say just below this support, just to be safe. It's about a 1.5%. Then I wouldn't even long it much further than here. I would just, I don't know. That would just be a little scalp more than anything. You might be able to scalp it overnight. You have a little ping up, ping, and then just bounce back off 40. Who knows? Maybe we'll blast through it overnight. Let's Let's see, what would that be if we were to go long? Risking 1%. I have about, with my BTC and my combined trading account right now is worth about 5,000. So if you were to long $5,000 worth, let's just say 1,500. If I were to long 1,500, my margin, risking what? Risking 1.21% times 0.012. Be risking $18. No, that's not right. Let me think about this. So 1,500, risking 1% of that, 0.01. Be risking, no, it's 10%. 1,500, so be risking $15. But yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to do that. Because your risk is literally, I would have to go along with no leverage and less than my total account size. It just doesn't, it's just no point in that whatsoever. Unless I wanted to risk more than 1%. Let's say I risked, yeah, it just doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make any sense to do this. Nope. 3% profit. $45. It's not worth it. Most likely getting us topped out. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do it. I think the best trade to wait on is to get at least above this. If you can close a daily above 40,500, even better. If you can close a daily above like these tops, 42,000. I mean, at that point, you're pretty much gonna be above this trend line. Let's just go all the way. I'll just do what Jordan's gonna do. Once you get above here, that's when you got the wind at your back again. And he's right. He's absolutely right. Jordan Lindsay on CTM. That's the buy zone right here. That's what you gotta wait for. Boom. You gotta wait for that. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's take a look at some macros on Bitcoin. Total crypto cap, total market cap is looking just like the Bitcoin chart, and it's the primary driver. You know, Bitcoin's the primary driver of this. It's got most of the market cap. So, yeah, looks good. Looks like you broke out of descending trend line, and yeah, you know, we got some resistance that we're gonna move into, but looking great. Bitcoin dominance, this is one that a lot of people are looking at. So this is a chart of, the, I don't know exactly what it is mathematically, but it must be the Bitcoin market cap divided by all the other cryptocurrency market caps combined, something like that. But at the very least, you know, it can be summarized as how strong Bitcoin is versus all the other cryptocurrencies. And, you know, it has been taking a dive since January. You know, you had a peak alt season right around here as Bitcoin was just diving. And then you had all of crypto sell off here in this region. And Bitcoin lost dominance. You know, it just dumped hard. So, but we are recovering steadily here, you know, with some fits and starts, you know, little rush up during the initial, you know, big liquidation event in May. Right after that, you know, Bitcoin had a little rush in dominance, came back down. But either way, we've been kind of forming this ascending triangle here. And you could probably draw this to be a little more accurate up here. I was drawing it pretty tight. Yeah, this ascending triangle, and yeah, we've now broken out, and it's looking good. So this is a good sign for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's probably going to start sucking the life out of altcoins soon. Maybe not, but it's possible that you see Bitcoin running really hot against altcoins here in the coming weeks. That's a different possibility. The longs, not doing much exciting, kind of dumping off. People probably getting out of their long positions now, made a lot of money in the recent volatility, but longs are still close to all-time highs. Shorts seem to be rising a tad bit, but this is just Bitfinex. But yeah, not much to show here. Been keeping an eye on the Dixie dollar index, just mainly out of curiosity. I have a bit of a thesis that if dollar dumps, then that will add some fuel to the fire of Bitcoin pumping. If dollar pumps, it might make it a little harder for Bitcoin to pump, but not necessarily. But either way, anything that you're trading versus the dollar, it's important to know what the dollar's doing, in my opinion. And it looks like the dollar's weakening, actually. It's pretty significantly. You had this breakout of this trend line, which is pretty significant. And it looks like this bull flag that I drew bear. It's not a flag, actually. I don't know. I think a bear flag is forming here, is my thesis. And it looks like this upper trend line resistance I drew in is definitely holding. So dollar is maintaining this channel that it's in. But yeah, that's not bullish for the dollar. It's actually kind of bearish. It looked like you were going to have this breakout, this trend line, retest, resumption, but failed retest, resumption, and in fact is breaking down now. So yeah, this will be quite interesting to keep an eye on. I hadn't seen this actually till just now. I didn't realize we were back below this trend line, so yeah. NASDAQ looking precarious as always. I don't know. Is that sustainable? You tell me, that looks parabolic to me. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's like last time you had that kind of angle was what, 2000? During the tech bubble or the .com bubble. Goodness, that looks like Mount Everest. That is crazy. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. I am not a stock market guy at all. I tried trading stock market when I first got into trading in January, and I lost a lot of money. I did not know what I was doing. I just was buying stocks thinking that stocks only go up. And boy was I wrong. I bought at the peak of so many things. I bought all tech stocks and they all dumped me hard. So I stay away from stocks right now. I want to get back into them one of these days, but there's so much that goes into stock buying. Maybe not. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, there's a lot of influences though. Yeah, it's confusing, but this looks like a lot of consolidation that, maybe really needs to break up, but for it to go up at a faster rate than this, it would have to basically go vertical. So I think a dump is more likely, but we'll have to wait and see. Wait and see. Ethereum is doing pretty good. Not really tracking it super closely. I should probably clean up this chart. It's looking kind of messy. It's looking at taking longs. Ethereum's a little bit harder for me to get an eye on right now. it's harder for me to figure out what the hell's going on. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit scarier to me than Bitcoin. Been getting interested in Litecoin, but similarly, I have no idea what the hell's going on here. They're all recovering. You know, they're all making bullish moves. Ethereum and Litecoin, but they just had these blow off top looking peaks, whereas Bitcoin had that nice rounded top. This makes me feel like it's gonna be a lot harder to regain the same momentum to get above these peaks. But hey, I could be wrong here. Ethereum, Bitcoin is consolidating very nicely in kind of a triangle pattern. Just lighten this up. Yeah, it's consolidating quite well. I would say quite nice, but it actually looks like it might be breaking down. Oof, this might be the time to switch over. If you're in Ethereum, might be time to switch it all into Bitcoin. I mean, the time to do it would have been here, obviously, but yeah, this might, oh man, I hadn't seen this yet either. This might be the time that Bitcoin dominance really comes back. If this breaks down, then you're gonna see Bitcoin really fly against alts. Like, it's gonna break down, it's gonna go down fast, most likely. See some support here. Yeah, around this area, there's a lot of supply. This will be interesting. Be interesting to keep an eye on. Litecoin, Bitcoin. This one doesn't have anywhere else to go on the downside. I mean, it is on some heavy support right now, resting on it. You know, this is some heavy support. There is nowhere for it to go. Downside zero is not that far away. So, yeah, I mean, you can have a little bit more to the downside, but this is looking primed for a big move up. A lot of compression here with nowhere to go but up. So, yeah, this will be interesting to keep an eye on. I'm not going to look at all the other cryptos. So, I entered a trade, a fake trade. I'm short EURUSD on a demo account right now. It's my first time trading Forex. Never traded Forex in my life. And I'm doing it on demo at the moment. So, I went short here, and it looks like I'm currently getting wrecked. Yeah, so my short entry was 18178. We're currently at 18232. Negative $200 right now. Yeah, so my look on EURUSD, definitely in a downtrend since May, and coming into some pretty heavy support. Last time we were below and stayed below this line was July of last year. You know, we broke out of it, stayed over it, above it, consolidated, and then dipped back below it a few times, and then whoosh, up we went, retested, whoosh, up we went. Now we're retesting it. Not a good place to go short or long, probably, until waiting for confirmation. I mean, we were bouncing off of this right now, and my thesis was, well, you're in a downtrend, maybe it'll resume down. Maybe this is a pullback and resume down, but that's probably wrong, because you've bounced off this line in the past, and then, you know, went whoosh way higher. So if you're following that same pattern, would potentially go whoosh again. We haven't been below this line for a significant amount of time in over a year now, or about a year. when we broke above it. So this is pretty solid support, you know. It was really solid support, and I'm trying to short below it. Or at least short into it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take profit here at that support. Yeah, this could very well be a bottom, and this would have been a good place to go long if so. I think to really know if this is the bottom, you'll want to see it, much like Bitcoin, you'll want to see it break out of this trend line. So if I don't make my short entry here, if I get stopped out, I'll probably try to go long if we break out of this descending trend line. Yeah. Not really looking at anything else right now. I've got some charting work to do. But yeah, that's what I see, and that's the stream for today. So hope you enjoyed. I hope someone actually watches. Thanks.